Tim is part of the JK team here at JKHQ, and Tim uses his diesel T25 on a daily basis to commute to and from work. And he's noticed after the last few mornings, as the temperature's been dropping, the T25 has been a bit more difficult to start. So with cycling the glow plugs a few more times to actually get it fired up, to Tim and I, it sounds like the T25 is due for a new set of glow plugs. So why do diesel engines need glow plugs? They don't have spark plugs because diesel engines are self-igniting, so they rely on compression ignition. As that fuel-air mixture is compressed by the piston coming up, it creates heat, which allows that fuel to burn, which forces the piston down, equals our power. Now, when diesel engines are cold, they rely on a little bit of extra heat source to allow that process to be easier. So that's where the glow plug heats the top part of our cylinder. On a very cold morning or initial first startup, that heat process just helps that fuel burn. So our glow plugs are located at the bottom of the cylinder head. So this is the top of our cylinder head here, just here, and the glow plugs, actually there it is there. So that's number 1 glow plug behind the fuel pump, number 2 glow plugs behind the fuel pump, and the last 2 are a little bit easier to get to. There's number 4 just below that red plug there, and number 3 is between the hose down the back there. So a little bit of a fiddle, but not impossible. As you can see, that's the electrical connection removed from the top of the glow plugs all the way along. With my little 8mm spanner, I managed to get in there and undo all the nuts. So next step is to actually remove the glow plugs themselves. Next we take our 12mm spanner onto our glow plug and start loosening. Fiddle them out, there we go. They're only short, so they're quite easy to remove. Pull the old glow plugs out. I'm going to pop the new ones in, but before I do, I'm just going to pop a little bit of copper grease on the threads. Also, if you want to test these while they're out, you can use a multimeter, and you can go between the electrical part and the connection on the back to the body of the glow plug, and we should be measuring somewhere around 0.8 to 0.9 of an ohm. So these are the 4 glow plugs we've removed. You can see these 2 sort of look dark and sooty compared to these 2. So I think that these haven't been working. So I do a resistance test. I can put one on the electrical connection of my meter and the other one on the body. And as you can see, we've got an open circuit. It doesn't register. That one's open circuit too. Now these 2 look like they probably were working, so I should measure a resistance. Yes, 0.8, 0.7, so that's about right. That's working. And the same with that, 0.6. Okay, so these 2 were working, these 2 weren't, so 50% of our glow plugs are working. No wonder Tim was struggling to get his T25 to start in the morning. As you can see, that's our glow plugs back in, and I've just put the electrical connector back on. This joins all 4 glow plugs, it's one strip. So next all we've got to do is put our little 8mm nuts on here. So that's the next task. Wish me luck. So the last thing for us to do is to connect our feed from our glow plug relay back onto our rail of 4 glow plugs. So he goes on there, we can put the last nut on. So now we should be able to switch the ignition on, wait for the glow plug light to go out, and it fires up straight away. So that's the glow plugs replaced on Tim's T25, so now we won't have any problem starting on the coldest morning. For more hints and tips, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and check us out at justkampers.com. Thanks for watching.